Our thornless blackberries have gone wild. How do I control them? And this is Catherine from Nesbitt, Mississippi. They start to sprout leaves, right? Shoots are growing in the grass. And she also wants to know, do I prune every year and when?
It's kind of an unusual problem for us to get, isn't it? Sounds like when they're
that?
growing too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how does she control them if they're growing wild?
Mowing,
Okay.
hoeing,
Ah,
mulching. Those are some things that'll help.
okay.
You know, I would say. You know, give away, dig up some of the ones that are sprouting and give them away, spread them out. But that's a good problem to have. Do I prune every year?
Yeah.
And let me say, do not use herbicides, especially systemic herbicides, because if you spray the shoot, it will translocate to the mother plant.
Point,
so you don't want to do that. Do you prune every year? Yes, according to the National IPM database, there are floricanes, which are previous year's growth, and primal canes, which are the new canes, current season's growth. And according to the National IPM database, you remove all of the old canes after harvest in the summertime. That's a good thing to do. And the first year that you plant them, you remove the primal canes, remove the new growth to encourage more growth from the crown.
Right, okay.
So only the first year do you remove the primal canes. And the fruiting is going to occur on floricanes, but remove those the floricanes, and you ought to be, but that encourages them to do better.
But see, it's going to do a whole lot better.
So they'll go wilder, I guess. But I don't know, that's kind of an unusual problem, but you got anything to add to that?
Yeah, so I learned a lot about, of course, blackberries from you. But here's my thing. You definitely don't want them to get too out of control because of diseases, though.
Yeah.
Right. So anthracnose, is something that I thought about. Rosette, something else. So that's why you definitely don't want them to, get out of control.
So the pruning.
So pruning. So it goes back to pruning.
Goes back to pruning.
Right. It goes back to pruning at the end of the day, Miss Catherine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope that helps you out. That's going to be a lot of pruning, to do for sure, because you definitely don't want any disease pressure.
It may explain why I lost my blackberries. So they went wild and then they died.
Yeah, they would definitely go wild. So thank you, Miss Catherine.
And I didn't prune them.
Yeah, and you didn't prune them.
And I didn't prune them.
See, there you go, Miss Catherine.
Don't make my mistake.